good back. You're walking up to the tractor. You got your keys. Make sure you got the right tractor. Don't want to start a pre-trip knowing that you don't got the right tractor. 278-716, 278-716. There's no damage to the top. There's no leaks on the bottom. I'm going to come over to the driver's side door. I'll open up the door, make sure my steps are secured, fire suits are fully charged. I'm going to enter the vehicle using 3 points. And make sure that my yellow button's popped. I'm going to turn on all my lights, my 4-ways. And make sure the vehicle's in neutral. I'm going to exit the vehicle. I'll do that. Since we got that thing, I'll turn it on. Do that light test, going around the light. Okay, I'm going to come up to the front. I got 5 clearance lights, 4-ways, headlights, bright lights just came on. Come right up here, a mirror, here, no cracks. Open up my hood latch on the driver's side. Open that door again, got the seal, hinges, everything looks good. Catwalk, side panels, fuel tank, no leaks. I'm going to open up my fuel, make sure I do have a full tank of fuel. And I do. It's not full, I got to fill it before I leave. Come around, check my hoses, my lines, my electrical, rubber seals, they're all secured. Electrical, no bent prongs. Catwalk is secured. Frame, get rid of any moisture. Fender skirt, spring hanger, shock, mounts, brake chambers, air lines, all secured. Back of the tire, 2/32 on both. Rims are touching. Coming around, use the back of my heel, give it a little kick. Fifth wheel mechanism, all the bolts are present and secured. Proper grease, handles out. No cuts or abrasions in the tire. No crack or weld in the rim. Lug nuts are all secured and present. Axle, same thing. No running roughs indicate they're loose. Metal valve and stem and cap. Metal valve, stem, and cap. Mud flap, reflective device, go up to the top, reflective device in the back, 278-716, proper grease. Fifth wheel is anchored and secured. Drive shaft straight and true, back end, brake chambers are all secured, no dents, no cracks. Check my lens covers, there's my 4-ways, now my brake lights just came on. Mud flap, got a reflective device, spring hanger, shock, and frame are all secured. Back of the tire, no cuts or abrasion, no crack weld in the rim, no contaminants on the drum. It's a disc brake, 2/32. Rims are touching. Let's see. I got a metal valve stem and cap. Obviously, it's on the very bottom. Metal valve stem and cap. Metal valve stem and cap. All my lug nuts are present. No running rust. No leaks on my hub. Cuts or abrasion, crack in the rim. Give it a little kick. Fender skirt is secured. DEF is secured, not leaking. Battery box secured, not leaking. Muffler, no soot. Everything is secured. My appendix is secured. The frame, no crack on my frame. Open up my driver's passenger side door. Check my bi-directionals. 1, 2, 3. Secured to the floor. Close it. My steps are secured. Mirror secured, no cracks. Open up the hood latch. Gonna open it up on the passenger side using the strength of my arms. Release the safety mechanism. Top of the engine, no leaks top, no leaks bottom. All my hoses secured. This is where I feel my antifreeze. It's in the operation range. The frame, no bent, shock, nothing leaking. All the bolts are present. Spring hangers, both spring hangers are secure with leaf springs, U-bolts, and nuts. Brake chamber, airline, ABS, all secured. No grease, no crack or weld in the rim. Tire, no cuts or abrasions. 4/32, no cuts or abrasions. The rim, no crack or weld. Metal valve stem and cap. All the lug nuts are present. I see the visual on the hub oil. Secured, not leaking. Proper inflation. Come around. Mirror. No discoloration. Secured to the fender of the hood. No leaks on top, no leaks on bottom. Just going through and checking my hoses. Windshield soffit's full. No play in my steering. No more than 10 degrees in either direction. Steering box pitman arm, drag link, knuckles, and all the pins and nuts are secured. I'm going to check bolt oil. Make sure it's in range. We just turned it off. It's in range. This is where I check it. That's where I add it. Alternator and belt, they're all secured. No corrosion in my alternator. Power steering, this is where I add. This is where I check it, and this is where I add the power steering. It's in range. Brake chamber, airline, ABS, back of the tire, no cuts or abrasion, rim, no cracks, and I got no corrosion around or contaminants on my brake pads itself. At least 430 seconds on the front tire, no cuts or abrasion, crack weld in the rim, metal valve stem and cap. All my lug nuts are present. I can't see that one. Got hub oil, and it's not leaking. All the nuts are present. I think that's about it on there. I'm going to close the hood. I'm going to squat down, close it. We'll go over here and lock it down. Carter, when you hop in the passenger side, and I'll hop in the driver's side. Enter the vehicle using 3-point. First thing I want to do is apply my seatbelt. Make sure my seatbelt is secured. No cuts or frays to it. Lock. Park brake set. Vehicle's in neutral. Foot on the brake. Look at my air pressure. It's at 120 psi. I'm gonna fan my brakes, turn my key on, make sure my braking system's working correctly. Should have a warning light come on before 60 psi, and it did. There's my warning light, and my buzzer came on. Now I'm gonna check to make sure this thing pops between 45 and 20, which is my tractor park brake. It's almost at 20. There's 30. Oh, it did? Okay, pop. Good. Operation system's working. Gonna verify it's out. Gonna start it up. Foot on the brake. Start it up. Doing a safe start. But starting up, I'm gonna take the RPMs up to 12. Gonna start with the top. Lights are working on my interior. All my glass. There's no cracks in my glass or discoloration. My mirrors are adjusted for me. Steering wheel, no play. Horn's working. Left turn signal, right turn signal, 4 ways, right light indicator is working, and now I'm going to check my gauges. Water temperature is 180, normal range between 180 and 210. Oil's at 60 psi, normal range between 20 and 60. Volts 12 to 14 is range, it's at 13 and a half. RPM gauge is working, we'll check that. Fuel, it's at 3/4 of tank. DEF is at 3/4. Air pressure now is at 100 and climbing. And there's my brake application for air pressure to the brakes, working properly. Gonna check my fan. We're gonna check the defrost first. Got defrost. Gonna check my feet. And we're gonna check the vent. Hit me in the face. Woo, that feels good. Hit the face. Okay, so I've checked all this. Make sure there's nothing. Oh, windshield wipers. Got to make sure we got windshield wipers. Put some fluid on there. Make sure I got a proper tension on the windshield wipers. Clean swipe, proper tension. That's working. Excellent. Now all I'm going to do is put it in the lowest forward gear, which is drive because it's an automatic. Park brake is set. Now I'm going to check the braking system, see if the braking system's working, see if the vehicle will hold. It does. Push in the brake, go about 10 feet, do a service brake test. Make sure all the brakes are working. Boom. Now I'm going to go to my dolly and pre-trip my dolly.